Hey there, my name is Sean, and today I'd like to talk to you about orthodontists and marketing. And what spending $2.2 million on Google Ads over the last 2 years has taught me about what matters in the orthodontic space. And it'll show you how you can avoid the pitfalls too. So if we look at the graph on the screen now, this is over a 2 year period. Spent $2.2 million, 49,500 conversions, 337,000 clicks, and the conversion cost is 44.81. That's a bit misleading. It's usually about $90 for a conversion. But because this is over a 2 year period, it includes some calls, some leads, some less quality calls as well. So you're looking at about $80 per lead usually. If we go on to the next slide, let me show you what matters most. This is 2 years, 2 years of what I've been doing with Google Ads. Google Ads is what I do full time. And these are the four things I've realized are the only things that matter, apart from good Google Ads, of course. First one is the offer. Everyone does get a free consult. Very boring, but it's what everyone does. The problem with that is if you have four ads on the same page and they're all doing get a free consult, then people are going to look at two other things. And the main one is price, and the second one is how close they are. It's not really an offer. If you look at the text that I've written below, it says it's barely an offer. A bundle of some sort would be better, like a free teeth whitening with every consult, a free checkup for a family member with every consult. We've done free toothbrush for every consult. And you always do the consult first, then the treatment or the free gift. But the only reason I say that is because every ad says the same thing. So if you can say something different, it instantly sets you apart, instantly makes you look more credible, and it gives you a bit of an edge. If you struggle with something like that, if you do a consult and you give another service as well as the consult, take away that service and offer it as part of the offer. So if you did do, we automatically do a free teeth whitening with every consult. Say that's the offer. So you mention get a free consult and a free teeth whitening, something like that. Get a free consult will do, but we shouldn't be here to be doing will do. We should be here to be winning and doing a lot better than everyone else. So if you can do something like that, that's great. Second most important thing is communication and follow-up. I do the leads. I send the leads to you. That's my bit done. If you don't contact those leads in a very, very timely manner, they will either not have a clue who you are or they'll have gone somewhere else, or both. It shouldn't really be, and I know it is, but it shouldn't really be down to like reception staff. Reception staff have got a lot of stuff to do, a lot of other things to do. And these calls and leads, because of their cost and their potential sale value, they should be prioritized. And if you look at the note here, if you can call a lead back, if they send you a lead form within 10 minutes, that's great. If you can do it within the hour, that's perfect. If you can get back to them that morning or that afternoon, that's pushing it. The next day, I wouldn't bother. The next day, they'll have got someone else and they won't even remember who you are. So it's a two-way street. I do my bit, you must do your bit. And again, I work with a company that decided to work hand in hand with a couple of other orthodontists. And they had one central person just doing these calls and these follow-ups and these leads. And their business went through the roof because receptionists have a lot to do. These phone calls and these emails need answering on the second and third ring, and they need replying to instantly or calling instantly. So I can't stress how important that is. Communication and follow-up is so important. Also on the follow-up side of things, if you do get book a consult, then a follow-up is needed there as well. So what you do is, part of the service I offer is you would start to email them 3 days until your appointment. Your appointment is in 2 days. Just a friendly reminder, your appointment is tomorrow. Just another reminder, your appointment is this afternoon. Those sorts of things, just to keep you top of mind. We can do that by email or by SMS. It doesn't matter, but it just improves your show up rate. If you improve your show up rate, you improve your close rate. Now, number three is very, very, very important, as is number one and number two and number four. Number three is important for one reason. A lot of agencies, I'm not quite an agency. I'm me with two people that work with me. But I have worked with agencies, and they take a big fee, like 2, 3, 4,000 a month, and then you spend so little on ads, and you don't get the benefit. The clicks for the orthodontist space, like the med spa space, the legal space, debt space, things like that, the clicks are not cheap. So you need some kind of decent budget. And for that, I would say $3,000 a month for ad spend as a minimum. If you can do four, even better. But yeah, $3,000 as a minimum. If you're doing $20 a day, which is 600 a month, you won't see any traction with that. Google won't learn anything. And basically, the ads will start running, and then within like 2 clicks, the ads will stop running. So yes, not much point. But if you spend 3,000 a month and let that run for a month or two, Google will start learning what is working. It'll start finding the right people for you. It means I can make better decisions for you as well, based on what's working and what's not working. So that's budget. 3,000, 4,000 preferred. If you're going to do 1,000 a month, really, really, really don't bother. Number four is location. Who is in your space? Very simply put, how many competitors do you have, and what are they spending, and what are they doing? So that's another key factor. Have a look at what other people are doing. Google your preferred search term, a few times. Don't just do it once; it won't show up. Do it at different times of day, and do some research on what they're doing, how much they're spending. There's a few tools I use where I can find out this sort of stuff, and we can get an idea of their keywords and their spend, what times of day they're running ads, what locations they're targeting. Really, really important, because if 3 and 4 kind of work together, if you're spending $1,000 a month in your location and someone is spending 40,000 a month in your location, you're not going to do anything. Simple as that. So location, very, very important. Don't make the location too small. So few miles around your practice, 5 or 10 or 25 miles, depending on what it is. But yes, see who else is in your area. Here's a few examples. The first one, again, this is a month. They spent just under $4,000, and they got 292 conversions. That's a mixture of calls and lead forms. Really, really good. The reason being, I'll be completely honest, they were in a more, not is rural the right word? Yes, less sparsely dented, less sparsely populated, with other businesses and with people. So the leads were nice and cheap. $13.55 per lead. That was fantastic. The one below, they spent $9,000. They spent $9,000 in a month for a reason. It's because they were getting leads at $77, which is really, really, really good. This middle campaign, this was just south of Chicago. And yes, they spent $9,000 because the return was far higher, far higher. Their treatments were 4,000 and 5,000. They were closing, they were booking consults, and they were closing those consults into sales. So it made perfect sense to spend more money. The third one is a bit like the top one. Spent a decent amount of money, a bit more competitive, but still good. $33.70 for leads. They were just phone call leads, and we were tracking calls that were over 30 seconds long. Currently, I'm doing that with another company, and the calls are over a minute long. So it does bring up the quality. It's good. So if this is something you would like to do with me, we can work together. My rates are much cheaper than an agency. Most agencies are $2,500 to $5,000. I charge $1,750, which is much better. My results are guaranteed, and my offer is simple: grow your orthodontic business with more leads, leading to more in-person consults and sales. What I provide is Google Ads, YouTube ads, and I offer Facebook ads as an add-on. So that would be an extra fee. That would bring it up to 2,250. I've been doing Google ads for 10, 12 years, YouTube ads, same, Facebook ads since they started. So I'm an expert at those things, and you get my expertise for $1,750. I'll also build you a landing page that sits on your website, so it'll be on your domain name. It's got a full backend for leads, lead management, pipeline with full automation. It's like the email reminders I mentioned. We could put a calendar on there so it could take bookings, all that kind of stuff. Really, really good stuff. And there's full tracking for all of the leads. So if we did work together, This is what it would look like. Let me just see if I can move me out of the way. No, I can't. First thing would be the offer and the free consult. We'd try and do better than that. We'd see if we can come up with something stronger that you're comfortable with. Again, it's what I mentioned earlier. We deconstruct what you do and see if we can bundle something together to get you something better than get a free consult. If we have to use that, we have to use that. But if we can do better, we will. Then step 2, we talk about the ads. Make sure we're using the right verbiage and the right terms for your brand. Anything that you use specifically, like strap lines or hooks or like not a catchphrase, but does your business have a slogan, that kind of thing. We also discussed, do you want to mention a location? Is there a local term for that location that we should be using? Things like that. So let's make sure we're talking to the right people with the right voice. And the same goes for the landing page. We will use those details and we'll put them on a landing page with the best images and messaging and headline, etc. Very, very simple. Step 3, we will talk to you on how these leads will be answered, where we're going to send the calls and leads, who is going to be at the other end of those calls and leads, and how fast are they going to answer the call. Is there an SOP, a standard operating procedure for this? Do your reception people prioritize the phone? Is the email checked enough? Again, really, really key things. But yes, we would discuss that in detail to try and set someone aside that maybe has a phone with just this number on it. But it's a mobile they could have with them. I don't know. That just spitballing, but that's just a thought. Step 4. If months 1 and 2 are setup and test phases, but we should be seeing some leads as well, so don't worry about that. Month 3, we should see a chance to an opportunity to see what's working and what isn't. We remove what isn't and we do more of what is, i.e. scale. We look up the platforms, which platforms we're running the ads on, which are doing better. Should we spend more on a different platform? Should we make a switch? Should we switch from Google to Facebook? That kind of thing. Which platform has the lowest spend? Can we do more there? That's pretty much it. And all that is done in the first week if we work together. If that sounds appealing and something you'd like to do, simply fill out the form below this. Or if this is on YouTube, then you can hit me with a personal message. But yes, all good. I look forward to speaking to you soon, and I really hope we can work together. This does work really, really well. Thanks for watching. Bye.